also, I'm hoping there's a little more structure at the village hall, because the last 2 times I went up there, there's quite a few people just kind of hanging in the hall or in the, lobby part. And then I noticed that throughout the election, that the outgoing trustees spent a great deal of time, so much so till I thought they were on payroll, because I would see their cars 10 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. If I went out at lunchtime, it was there. So I know that they have business to conduct too. I'm not saying that their places never should be there, but that's kind of a lot. And made me think that maybe they were doing things like campaign and other stuff. So I'm just hoping that with you young ladies, there'll be more structure, organization there. And that's pretty much it.
Thank you. I will check tomorrow and contact you on the 40th.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Any further comments? Thank you, everyone. Unfinished business is not new business. The University Park Scholarship Program. Ms. Donna Dever.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Well, for 29 years, I have been the University Park Scholarship Chairperson. When they disbanded the committees and commissions, and I was on the Educational Advisory Commission, Mayor Covington did ask me if I would stay on as a scholarship chairperson, which I was always glad to do. And it's kind of down to a science now. I do fundraiser letters to all the villages in the University Park and churches and vendors, and ask them to give money, and then they send money in care of Village Hall, which then goes into the general fund, which is then located into the scholarship fund itself. And then recipients, I actually do bring the forms up to date every year, and then I've been giving them to Cecilia Kelly, and I want to thank the board for allowing Cecilia Kelly to work with me on that. I cannot be in Village Hall, and I need someone there who will take the forms that I give them and just basically Xerox them and collate them. And once I have that done, then they come back to me, and then I take them and I put them in different envelopes depending on whether they're getting a youth supporter letter or a business letter, and then they are mailed out by the village. That's the village board's portion of it, is that they pay for the postage and they pay for the Xeroxing and all of that. And then we put them all over the place. We send them to Creighton Marie High School, we send them to Marion High School, we send them to Red South, where some of our students are. And they are at the library, they are at Village Hall, so that students can pick up the scholarship forms and then get them back to me by the 1st of April, which happens. And this year, we had 7 new scholarships that were given. I think you guys have a list of those. And last night was the awards night at Creighton Marie High School, and Mayor Covington was able to come and help me with the scholarships, which is always fun to see the kids. First I might make a note that the first person on your list that was here, Nicole Eatman, she is number 1 in the class. So I think that's a lot of the students we have there are, high to middle in the classes, so it's a great thing there. One thing I need to mention is sponsors. This year we did have a few more sponsors come and give me a little bit more money. It helped that I had Dot Foods. They came and they gave me $1,000, which is 2 scholarships. Home Disposal Company, the first time I got $500 from them. Illinois is returning $500. National Tube Supply Company and Midwest Store Fixtures are returning. Bimba Manufacturing gives us $1,000 every year and has for a while. MPI Label Systems, Federal Signals Corporation, and then I get a former board member, Holly Berg. She does a scholarship, a $500 scholarship every year in the memory of Dr. Daniel Hearn. And so it's a good thing that we do have these people that are consistent. One note that I did take on your list is that, when we had the law firm that Forrest Miles was on, Forrest Miles was one that helped us write up and make the resolution on the scholarship fund to begin with. We had where Forrest himself would personally, out of his own pocket, give a $500 scholarship. And then over the years that his company did more work with University Park, they were giving $1,000, and the last check I think was $1,500 to $2,000. So they were, right there as 3 to 5 scholarships, which I'm dearly missing. And because this year we did not get anything from the law firm. Last year we got a whole $100. $100 is nice, but it's not whole scholarships like we used to have. And, I'm not certain which attorneys it was.
No, I say from any of them.
But no attorney gave this year, not one. But so I'm just trying to still try to our attorneys that if you're taking money from Mr. Clark, it'd be nice if you gave back, just like we ask our villages and our businesses to give back to us. So just a little reminder that for next year that I'd like to see that happen. So one thing I did tell is that the way our scholarship is made up is our scholarship is made up as a non-binding loan, not necessarily a scholarship. And this means that our students, when we give them a loan, do not have to report this when they're reporting scholarships to, when they're looking for grants and extra money. And all we do is hope that at the end of when they start the career and start making some money, that they think of us in the future and get back to us. Now, so far that hasn't happened, but I keep thinking, well, for 29 years, some of those students have probably gotten quite rich now, so I'm just kind of prodding them too, that maybe they could start giving back to us, which would be very, very nice. So another thing that is that this is not just a $500 scholarship. As you see that we have 5 students that came back and asked for renewals. We have 6 pre-release students, we have 1 variant student, and we had 5 that were coming back asking for renewals of $500, which we have done. Which means that if a student comes and asks us for scholarship money every year, when they're in college and even into grad school, they can actually get $2,000 to $2,500 out of that, which is, $500 a year doesn't go much, but it does help with books. And but if you get that yearly while you're in school, it does help quite a bit. Any questions?
Hello?
Yeah.
Is it on? Oh, thanks.
Hey, Donna, I met you 15 years ago when my daughter was a senior at Creed High School, and you looked the same.
We take life well, thank you.
I just personally want to thank you in a different capacity. As a parent, I thanked you from 2002 through her undergrad in Champaign, and she graduated with honors, and you were always there every year with the $500, right? And she got a little extra because she stayed 5 years, but anyway, who's counting? But then she came back to town and earned her master's degree right down the street at Governor State. And I personally want to thank you in this capacity for your tireless work that you've done over the years. You said 30 years?
Yeah, almost
29 years? Oh my goodness. That's absolutely fabulous. And I'm going to tell my daughter about contributing also, But I just want to thank you for that, and I'm doing it in a different capacity. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Any other questions?
No, we do have another company that we talked to, we'll be meeting with the board though, and I told them about your scholarships, so I look forward to more money. But they say they really want to be a participant in the village.
Great. One other thing is, I know you talked about rescinding the head tax on businesses. I actually lost quite a few donations when that was instituted. I had 2 or 3 companies, one was Blue Ink, and I don't remember the others, that came in and said, I'm sorry, we're not donating anymore because now we're having to pay your head tax. So I did lose donations.
Yeah, because wasn't the total from 1,500 to 15,000?
Yeah, at different times I've had, a lot more amounts, which is why right now I do have scholarship savings account, which allows me in the lean years, when the last few years when I wasn't even getting enough to fulfill, the present scholarships. But this year I was lucky, I got in $6,100, we spent out $6,000, so I'm not taking anything out of savings. But there were several years in the past 5 years that we did go into the savings account to fund these scholarships, and that's what that's there for, so that, if we don't use it this year, it might be used next year.
Thank you for all you do. It's an honor. Okay, new business appointment, village treasurer. Yes. I'm sorry, there's a motion. Moved by trustee Wilson, second.
Second.
Second by trustee Brown. Roll call.
Trustee Williams.
Aye.
Trustee Wilson.
Aye.
Trustee Brooks.
Aye.
Trustee McMullen.
Aye.
Trustee Gray.
Aye.
Trustee Johnson Brown.
Aye.
And Mayor Snyder.
Aye. F2B, appointment village treasurer, Ron Gilbert. Yes, sir.
I'm going to ask if we can table this matter. Second. Yes, if we can, Madam Mayor, I would like to table item F2B and then F2C if possible. Second.
Second by trustee Oscar Brown. Roll call. Take.
Are we doing both? This is a single motion. All right.
Yes, sir.
This first motion is to table.
Yes, ma'am. Both sides.
Okay, ready? Roll call, please.
Trustee Williams. Trustee Wilson.
Aye.
Trustee Brooks.
Both sides.
Trustee McMullen.
Aye.
Trustee Fahey.
Aye.
Trustee Arthur Brown.
Aye.
And Mayor Snyder.
Aye. At this time, short agenda, will be next time. Any reports from departments? Trustees? Yes, sir? Comments, reports? Ashley, reports?
Actually, Madam Mayor, I just wanted everyone to we have the holiday weekend coming up. So let's make it a good one. Under my first holiday as trustee. If you see something, say something, please. That is one of the biggest things until we get the finances together and get the police department enough manpower that on a holiday weekend, they're not so busy. Because trust me, those guys are running like crazy. I know what it feels like to be understaffed. I know what it feels like to answer 22 calls a day, 7 reports, 3 arrests, 2 traffic reports, and we're talking every day when I worked for the city of Harvey as a patrolman. Not to mention that I was an on-call juvenile officer at night. So let's have a little fun. Let's have some safe fun, but if you see something, say something. The reason why I said is that it was July 4th of last year. I just so happened to see someone breaking into a house across the street. It looked abnormal, and I called the police. If it doesn't look normal, give them a call. But other than that, I will say, Commander Wilson, your chief is not here, but I'm not kidding. Could you please tell them officers to patrol with those alley lights on? I have not seen no patrolmen in the past 2 weeks. They were patrolling around election time, but the past 2 weeks they've been a little off. So if you can convey that message to your boss when he gets back. Thank you very much, ma'am. And that'll be it, and please have fun.
Thank you. Any others? Okay.
I'd like to thank everybody for voting for me. I'm glad to be back here, trying to make this village grow. I hope we all can be together on economic development. I also want to say, have a nice holiday weekend. And keep it safe.
Trustee McMullen, have a great, safe holiday.
Well, my report, I'm sorry, yes, I'm sorry.
I just want to wish all of the graduates from kindergarten to college, congratulations. I know it's not easy. And to the parents who support them in doing it, congratulations. That's it. Also, I'd like to welcome aboard our new trustee and our manager.
Okay. I'd like to, there was a special contribution last night at the Freetmoney Award. The young man that was killed in University Park, the parents came in from Iowa and they made a special contribution award just for him. So I wanted to applaud Mr. Rodney Reed for the Memorial Award they gave last night. That was something new that they started. So it was sad, and yet it was a good thing. It spoke very, very highly of his participation. I would like to, we're attending the Southland Performing Arts of Dr. Davis as the seniors at GSU last week. Congratulations to Dr. Bundy. Maybe a lot of people don't realize that also her scholarships, that she has kids from all around, University Park, Christian Park, but this year all her graduates will be graduating, and she has this year $25 million for scholarships for these students. So applause to Dr. Davis. Also, yes, these are our local. There was an event at Governor State also at GSU with Mayor Oliver and myself. We hosted creating our community to work on development and jobs and joining all communities together, which was very successful. And we're going to move that up higher so everyone will start getting notices to participate. There's also Trustee Wilson and I participated in Children in All Leadership at Freetmoney last week. There's also, it was a pleasure for a long time to have introduced the new trustees at the Southburg Mayor Manager's Business Dinner. Trustee First McClellan was second, and Trustee Theo Brooks and Trustee Wilson were there. And the people was very, very happy to see them, and I was proud of them as well. Also, like I said last evening, I was honored to be with Ms. Donna Detburn to distribute scholarships. That was a grant, because a lot of our children in University Park do not receive them. But because of what Ms. Donna Detburn does, our children in University Park does get scholarships. I had a meeting with DMO, and it will continue this Friday regarding banks and 2 other possible commercial businesses. We also received a contract from PACE. I was very happy because it was voted down before, and now with the new board, I'm hoping it will pass. It's already been sent to our attorneys, the contract. They have a bus service in University Park, because our bus stops at 7. This bus will continue from 7 to 2 a.m. in the morning. So that will generate jobs, and people get people out to their jobs. And Industrial Park is extremely happy to hear that, and some of the people that are with one-car family. So we're hoping to get that out soon. There are more meetings scheduled for the board as a whole next week, training for new elected officials, and planning a town hall meeting, and a retreat for the board and department heads. And that's all that I have to say. I'm sorry. Oh, no, biggest thing, announcement. Recognition event for Mr. Jim Harris, Lonely Township Democratic Chairperson and University Park Community Activist. Jim spent Mr. Harris spent 30 years as chair of the Education Advisory Commission. 10 years of that was a part of the lawsuit of the village brought against the school district to reopen the Deer Creek Junior High School, the newest school in the district that was closed in 1987, and to stop the one-way busing rather, I think that's supposed to be, that was occurring. The school reopened in 1998 as Freetmoney Middle School after being renovated due to the lawsuit. When July 7th, we're going to celebrate Mr. Harris. The time is 5:30 to 8 p.m. It's going to be at the Green Garden Country Club, Mooney Manhattan Road and Central Road. You can't miss it. It's by a golf course, and it's $30 per person. Appetizers and punch, gas bar available. Remit checks to the Mooney Township Democratic Organization. Donna Detburn, 1054 Abbott Lane, University Park. Deadline for reservations and checks to be received June 28th. you have any questions, feel free to call her at